I think we're live. Hi. We're an hour late. What did you expect from me, right?
Oh, we are
What
here.
did you
Okay.
expect from me?
But we're
We're
here.
here.
We did it.
Um, yeah, we're finally here. I think. Can somebody tell me? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Notifications went out.
Yay!
Notification gang.
Love that. Notification gang. I don't know. I don't have notifications for, obviously, it's my channel. I don't have that.
Yeah.
Hello, Brandon Stevens. Oh no. Can we
Alright.
maybe
Oh, sweet. Okay.
can
So
we
we're coming.
maybe
Yeah.
hello, Ghost Pirate Entertainment. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to another episode of On the Scare, the podcast with me, your girl, Sweet and Spooky, and my lovely co-host, Melissa.
Hello. I apologize in advance. I am a little sniffly. I apologize if you hear that in the
It's
background.
okay. It's okay. Hello, Billy. How are you doing? How are you? Okay, so before we get into today's episode, I'm going to wait for some more people to join. I'm going to share the stream. We did get on here an hour late. We were supposed to do 7:30. But you know, your girl has a life and things happen sometimes. So, yeah, we're an hour late, but it's okay. We usually do 8:30 anyway, so, you know,
It worked
it
out.
worked out. We
It
never
worked
end up
out.
being able to do 7:30. It's rough. Hi, Jason. Hello. How are you? Hello, Tom, my favorite 19th century author. Yes.
An icon. Yeah.
Hey, have you done any videos with Sledgehammer Horror? Yes, actually, we both have.
Mhm. Oh my God,
Yes.
yes.
I frequently collab with Ken and Ashley. They're some of my good friends in the community. They are very much like my horror parents in the community. Um, yeah, I've done a bunch of live streams with them. They were on a table screams with us for Cabin in the Woods. They did a great job. And Melissa was on an episode of my first horror movie, and that was cool.
Yeah. That was fun. Honestly, they're like some of like the best people on YouTube to work with. They're very sweet. Like they put so much love and heart into like everything that they do.
They're the best.
They're so good.
Shout out to Sledgehammer Horror. They're really iconic.
Yay.
Okay, I'm not ignoring anyone. I'm just sharing this stream that took forever, and now it's live. A whole hour.
Like, a little
It's
last minute
okay.
promos. Just to make sure.
It's fine. Okay. We are now live. An hour late, but still rocking.
We did it. We did it. Oh my God, wait, can I sing that? I was
Oh
like,
yeah, no.
YouTube,
You
don't do
can
it.
sing.
Oh, we
No,
can't
you
just play
just
the
can't
door song.
play it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You're so funny. You do that all the time. You're like, wait, I can't sing it. I'm like, yeah, you can. You
Wait, hold
can.
on. The YouTube gods. There, there's a little.
Hi D. Thank you for the tip, D. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You should talk to him about doing the best director video. I know I'm on it, and I think Cody. I don't really know. Is that a stream? I don't know what that is. But that's cool. We love Cody. Shout out to Cody. What an icon. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Edgar Allan Poe. There's a lot to talk about with Edgar Allan Poe, I feel like. So much to talk about. Honestly, Melissa and I, the reason we created this podcast is because we like to talk about various topics that kind of like whatever, but also various topics that are like
Right.
important to us or that have somewhat been impactful or important in our friendship. And Edgar Allan Poe was one of the first things we bonded over
Yes.
and was like the majority of our friendship when we first met in high school. So it's cool. Also, there's a lot of Edgar Allan Poe adaptations and like all kinds of
Oh
things.
yeah.
Um, oh shit, we don't want that. I almost dropped my microphone. So yeah, it's gonna be cool. I think maybe we'll start with talking about our like favorite poems or short stories from him, and then we can kind of wrap in like different adaptations, whether it be like a movie, a show, um, anything like that. So yeah, Melissa, why do you keep glitching? Does anyone else see
Am I
that?
glitching? I might have to switch over to the less quality. I've been having issues with my little like USB port thing, so everything connected to it is being a little glitchy. If it keeps on getting like really bad, I'll just switch over to the good old laptop cam.
Damn. Yeah, it keeps on doing a weird glitch. Can anyone else see Melissa glitching, or is that just on my end? Please give me your thoughts.
Let us know. I think I did peep it though a little bit on the replay.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
Yeah,
okay, so then you could, yeah.
I'd have to downgrade the quality, pixelate it a little bit. Let me see. It's gonna like
Hello, Larry. Welcome, welcome. Larry, you're always here. We love you. Larry, you're an OG. You're an OG to the Spooky Little Fam. You're always here in the chat. Love that. Thank you for being here. Melissa, how we doing? You okay?
stop fighting. Hold on, me. I might have to like.
Melissa's background is iconic. Oh no.
Oh, did it switch everything? Oh no.
Melissa is super tiny now.
I mean, I could always go back to the Matrix.
What happened?
I could always go back to the
Why do you look
Matrix.
like you're on FaceTime now?
That was so weird. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I hop back onto the Matrix real quick.
Let's see what happens.
Oh,
Do we want to just deal with you glitching? I don't know what to say.
I could switch some stuff around real quick. Please excuse the technicalities.
I like that Melissa's glitching like old school. Like there's like a green glitch, a blue glitch. Like
It's like I'm still getting used to
wait,
like
it kind of looks like the background of our like template here. It's like glitching
oh
like that. She's like
uh,
on brand.
okay. You guys caught us. It's part of like the background. It's totally intentional.
Melissa's glitching is wild. Okay, everyone, let me know if the glitching becomes like insane
Hold on.
because I
Yeah,
don't want
I
to
might
hurt
just have
anybody's
to
eyes.
I might disappear for like 2 seconds. I swear I'll be back.
Well, now you're FaceTime size.
Let me just do a little switcheroo here. And hopefully it won't go crazy. Hello.
Melissa, now you're frozen. Oh, you're back to this.
Hoping it won't glitch out on me. I had to move some stuff around, but I think it might work.
Wait, why is it
Hopefully.
glitching?
I have like this little like I guess it's like a USB port to like since my laptop only has like two little USB ports and I have like a million things that I need to have plugged in.
Oh, okay.
So I had to like move some stuff around. But
So do you need a new USB port?
Yes. If anyone has any good suggestions,
I was gonna say I actually
let your girl
do,
know. Yes.
cause
Send me that.
yeah, we have a bunch. So I'll let you know. Hi, Gavin. How are
Oh my
you?
God. You mean like the
Wow,
whole gang?
Gavin, an OG right here. It's been a minute. Missed you in the chat, Gavin. Miss your vibes. Hello. Lepke. Hi.
Love that. Yes. Roundhouse kick. Roundhouse kick.
Yeah, roundhouse
Do
click
that.
that like button. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's dive in. Melissa, do you want to start with poems or stories first?
Oh, I was kind of curious to see what exposed you to Edgar Allan Poe because I can't remember if we've ever talked to that. Like, what was the first story or poem you ever heard?
Um, I think actually the first story I ever read of Edgar Allan Poe, this was like in 8th grade. And it was because in our class we had to write a paper on the Telltale Heart.
No way.
Yeah. And I read it and I was like, this is fucking
This is
crazy.
this man is spitting right
This
now.
motherfucker is spitting.
Wait,
No, really. It was
mine was
crazy.
mine was the same, but it was in ninth grade.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
The
so
Telltale Heart?
it was the Telltale Heart.
No
And like
way.
I remember my English teacher, like it was something about like mood in writing, and this lady literally was like, "Okay, we're gonna read this, but we're gonna read it once, and then we're gonna read it again with music playing in the background." And this lady pulls up, I don't know why, of all like creepy little sounds she could have found on the internet, she decided to play the Halloween theme song while we read Telltale Heart.
What?
But
Wait, she sounds like an icon. Who is this teacher?
oh my God, I cannot
Wait. Do
remember
I
her
know
name.
this teacher? Because I'm not trying to dox us. But
No.
do
Yeah, no.
I?
I can't remember. She was because
Was
like
it
remember
was
that
it in
art.
the other building?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, then I don't remember
Yeah.
any teachers from there.
Same. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name. I remember what she looks like. I don't remember her name.
Okay. I definitely didn't have her because I don't recall doing that.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool.
That was my initial exposure to the icon himself. It was great.
So wait, so what what was your thoughts? You were like, this is crazy
Oh,
too?
are you joking? I was like, that was like
Bitch, you better
before.
be joking.
That was like before I was extremely desensitized and I was still like a little bit wimpy, but a little bit curious.
Right.
I was like a little horror curious, but like too scared to like fully delve in. So that was like nice little exposure to it. I was like, I read that so many times. And like Edgar Allan Poe came up a lot in high school, which only like fueled it more.
Right.
Because I remember, and I think this teacher, we're not gonna dox them either, but like
Yeah.
you definitely had this teacher. I think
Oh.
it was sophomore year. We had to take a short story and turn it into a poem, like a short Edgar Allan Poe story, and turn it into a poem. I don't know
This
if
was
they gave
English
that same.
class?
Yeah,
Oh, I know what teacher.
yeah.
Aw.
And I remember I got the black cat, and I was like, oh my, no wait, no. Originally, okay, this is gonna get a little embarrassing. It's hilarious. I originally got, I think it was called "Never Bet the Devil Your Head" or something amongst those lines.
Yeah.
Um, but me still being like not full-fledged into like horror and stuff like that, and growing up in a very conservative religious household, my brain was reading that, and I was like, oh my God, but it says the devil. I can't do this.
Ew.
And I turned out just fine. I don't know why, like,
Turns out she's a bruja. I'm just kidding.
a lot of people in my family do assume that, but
It's okay. A lot of people, like,
um,
from my grandma's family are brujas, so what are you gonna do?
and then I don't know why I was so like pressed and paranoid and like scared about. I'm like, oh my god, I'm working with something about the devil, whatever. So we
Yeah.
ended up changing it to the black cat, and we were separated in teams, which that's a whole other thing. That's going too deep into it. But yes, Edgar Allan Poe has been very present through high school, and that is how I discovered that
Okay.
with this little batch of stories.
Yeah. So it was. Is my microphone too loud?
Sounds normal to me.
Okay. I'm looking at the levels and I got really scared for a second. Like everybody's gonna think I'm yelling or something.
No,
Maybe I
sounds
should
pretty
move
smooth and
it a
chill.
little bit. Um. Yeah. So okay. So I guess it was introduced to us. Probably like a bunch of other people too. It was introduced in school, I guess.
Yeah.
Um. Which is pretty crazy. Like, I think about that and I'm like, that's pretty crazy because I feel like a lot of his stories are like really dark. And they were like, oh yeah, read this in eighth
High
grade.
school said, "Oh, you already have like depression? I got the thing for you. Hold up."
Quite literally. Um, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, so, okay, so it was the Telltale Heart for you as well.
Yeah.
So did you really like that one? What were your thoughts on it?
I remember at the time being into it. I
Okay.
I don't think overall, like reading in more into his works, that it would be like one of my top favorites. It's still good, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I'm drawn more to like his poems than the
Right.
short stories. Not that they're like bad, I still enjoy those as well, but like I for some reason grasp onto those and remember them a lot better.
Yeah, you know what? I think so for me too. Um, Wait, let's talk about the short stories we have read.
Yeah,
Because I don't think I've read all of them.
same. I literally have an entire book of like all his work, and I have not touched this since like college,
Yeah.
but I don't think I ever got too far into all of them.
Look at this cute one I have. It's like supposed to be like a coffee table one. It's really cute.
Oh, oh, that one's cute.
I just love it.
Oh, we're showing off for Edgar Allan Poe books? I
Yeah.
got this one that I randomly found at a BJ's when I was like 13.
Oh, that one, I love it.
Cute.
And then this is my book
Freaking
of
huge.
poems. This has some of the short
Oh,
stories
that
too.
is so cute.
It's a little, and it's got a little gold.
I don't know why my brain was like, it's giving Victorian child and we love it.
Yeah. You know what? It says when I got it too. I got this because the bookstore puts like a little sticker on it. I got this September 8th, 2012.
Oh my god.
This is old. Wow.
Oh wow.
And it was for $5.
Oh, that's a good price.
Yeah, it's so cute. The amount of times I've like taken this with me on the train is crazy. This book has been through it. It's been everywhere. Especially because it's so small. It's like,
It's easy to carry. A lot of the books that they make for him are like
yeah.
ginormous.
Yeah.
Because it's like this. Are you kidding me? I mean,
That one is crazy. That one looks
It's
like my
great.
Shakespeare book. I have a Shakespeare
It's-
book. It's crazy.
it's great if you like to, if you have like an emptier bag and you want it to be full, or if you're a woman living in our scary times and you just need to like smack a bitch,
Literally.
she gets the job done. Work.
I love that. Yes. Yes. Okay, so as far as stories I've read The Black Cat.
Yeah.
I've read The Telltale Heart, obviously. I've read Mask of the Red Death. Yeah, I read that one. I'm trying to think if I read any other ones. Why aren't they coming to me? Which ones have you read? Then maybe it'll come to me.
Definitely the same one. Telltale Heart, Black Cat, Never Bet the Devil Your Head. Pin and the Pendulum. I read that one for sure.
That one I didn't read,
Um,
actually.
I want to say, I think I read The Oval Portrait as well. Those are like the main ones coming to me right now.
Oh, cool. I haven't read that one.
Hmm.
Is it good?
I can't remember a lot of it, not gonna lie.
Okay.
I really have to like delve back. I have like a really hard time like withholding information when it comes to like specifics about books I read, and it's so bad.
Yeah. No, I get you. Same, honestly. I want to read. I don't think I've read it, but I definitely want to read it before the Mike Flanagan show comes out. I want to
House of
read.
Usher.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to read
Yes.
that one. Um, we actually did watch the movie with Vincent Price,
Oh my God, that was such fun.
and it was such a vibe. I really, really liked that one. Which is crazy because like there's a lot of adaptations with Vincent Price, and like we tried to watch like two of them last night, and we're not gonna sit here and lie to you, like they were really rough.
Like, which was it? First, we tried watching The Raven, which I was super excited for because I'm like, yes, Vincent Price, Boris Karloff, The Raven. It's like, I'm gonna be a basic bitch and be like, yes, that's probably one of my all-time favorite poems from him.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then it's like, I read the synopsis. I'm like, okay, this sounds different, but I'm intrigued to see what they're doing with it. And then we started watching it, and it's kind of like, I guess it turns out it's like more inspired by like some concepts of it, but it's
Yeah.
definitely more driven to be like more lighthearted and more comedic than what the poem actually is, which is like weird because I feel like it's very far-fetched and wild to think of Edgar Allan Poe. Let's make it a comedy. It was an interesting take. I mean, it started off kind of fun. It was just kind of like hard to stay into as it went along.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I don't know what was up with that one. Like, I was excited because I thought at first the Raven, like, I thought it started off really good.
Yeah.
And then it just took this, like, weird comedic turn. Like, once he turned into a human,
It got like really like kooky and like fun, which
I
is
was
like
like, what's going on here?
definitely a bold choice. And
Bold.
I was so excited because the first few minutes you see the little raven flies in and he's like he can talk,
Yeah.
and it's fucking hilarious because he has the most unexpected
Yeah, he was
voice.
sounding like David Lynch.
It was giving
It
David Lynch.
was.
And I was like, oh my God, Vincent Price is living my dream. Having a friend, bird, that's a raven on his shoulder. I'm like, are you joking? Is this made for
This is
me?
Melissa Core.
It really was. The whole first few minutes of that movie were very me core, and I was
Yes.
very excited, and then it went like, and then I was kind of sad.
Yeah, yeah, it was weird. And honestly, we're also not gonna lie, we didn't finish it. We gave up because it was like just a weird tone, and also it was really
Yeah,
slow. It was like, well, a lot of like those movies, and I love a lot of really old movies, but a lot of them,
right.
they have pacing issues, and a lot of fluff that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I didn't love it, but I think I liked that one more than The Pit and the Pendulum.
Um,
I don't know.
Pit and the Pendulum. Yeah, I kind of was like, I remember, and then I'm like, oh yeah, this takes place like during the Spanish Inquisition and stuff, so it's definitely gonna be very like,
Yeah. I really gotta be honest, like I could not pay attention. Like I don't know if it was just because like last night I was really tired as well, so maybe I might give it another shot.
oh
Like
yeah,
Vincent Price was serving. Every time I looked at the screen,
oh
he
my
was
God,
serving.
he was perfect in that movie.
He
Like the
was, yeah.
so good.
But I don't know, it wasn't really for me. But you know
Yeah,
what? It's crazy because a lot of my friends who like Vincent Price also say they don't really like The Pit and the Pendulum,
yeah.
which I think is interesting. Like they just don't think it's a good
Very.
movie.
I think a lot of it is like, and then again, it's like a lot of movies of the time have like the same. I don't want to say weird pacing because I guess at the time maybe it made sense with the storytelling of the
Right.
time, but it's like I feel like that form of storytelling for most movies doesn't really age well Because I also feel like newer generations, like we don't have the best attention span, and if a movie's just kind of like going and people are talking, it doesn't quite do it for everyone. Like you really have to have something in there in between to like grab people's attention. Like when they introduced like the whole dungeon and all that, I was like, okay, I'm kind of back in it because this is like interesting. Like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Like, what's the whole story? Like, where are we going? Is with this like
Yeah.
tonality wise, I do feel like it felt more loyal to the aspects of it being like Edgar Allan Poe inspired, though,
Right.
compared to The Raven, 'cause for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Um, so, oh wait, actually, Gavin had a good thing. Hi, Shaim. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
There are lots of popular bookstores. You can get them cheap. Yeah, I know. It's great. I
Yeah,
love that.
they're like everywhere.
Um, Gavin said, didn't they do a movie with John Cusack? Yes.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about that. We're going to get to that one in a bit. I want to talk about the poems real quick before we get to that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading Shaim's comment. The comedic roots are always weird, but once the pace picks up, it picks up. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. They're interesting movies. I guess, but there's a bunch of like Edgar Allan Poe, Vincent Price stuff. We didn't see all of them. We,
He's done a lot. I'm like, it's like the universe knew that this crossover had to exist because the idea of Vincent Price in an Edgar Allan Poe related project, which, oh, going back to The Raven, when it starts off, Vincent Price is actually narrating and he's reading the poem, which I was like,
right.
this is amazing. I need, like, if it does not already exist, people with like the AI stuff, make his voice and make that man read every Edgar Allan Poe story because I will sit there for hours. It's like
No, I
perfect.
agree. Because he has such a good voice for it.
Yeah.
I don't think Melissa watches one, but I did watch The Mask of the Red Death with Vincent
Oh, I
Price.
have not seen.
Um, that one I do think is like, in terms of production value and stuff, like I do think that one is better than The Raven and The Pit and the Pendulum. But to be quite honest, that one was really boring. But the outfits and like the sets, the super lavish sets, like it really was a really pretty movie. And Vincent Price indeed did serve and slay.
Yeah.
Hi, Dice.
Hello.
Yeah. Melissa, I don't think you would like that one. Like, I feel like you would easily knock out.
I'd probably like, "Ooh."
But yeah, but the House of Usher was a good one.
House of Usher, I think, out of all the Vincent Price slash Edgar Allan Poe crossovers that we've seen, I think that one's probably my
For
favorite.
sure. Yeah, that's the one where he has just like the all white hair and like, ugh. Listen,
Cute.
that man is so fine. Like, God rest his soul.
An icon.
What an icon. Honestly, I wish I lived during that era because I definitely would have bagged
I
Vincent
would have
Price. I'm
so
just saying. I actually don't know if I would have been his type, but I'm confident I could have bagged, okay? Let me have this.
You could definitely have pulled Vincent Price. Let's
Right?
be real.
Right? Be real. Be real. Like we would have slayed. We would have just like constantly recited Shakespeare to each other. It would have been awesome.
Yes. Oh, the dinner
The
parties.
dinner oh! And I love to cook. Vincent loved to cook. Like we would have been such a power couple back then. Come on. A girl can dream, right? I would hire both Vincent and Alan and Edgar Allan Poe to narrate my funeral if I
Oh
could.
my God.
That's wild. Honestly, same though. That'd be kind of a
Listen,
grim
people like
funeral, but like I kind of love it. Like go out in style, you know.
a vibe. A vibe. You know, some people release like, is that weddings that I'm thinking of, or is that funerals too? Do people release doves at any point in funerals? Am I losing my
I think
mind?
that's weddings.
Oh, that's more weddings. But if they were to be done in funerals, I want crows or ravens, whatever you can get.
Actually,
Actually, no, don't do that because I want to be a bad bitch. And if there is like resurrection or some kind of way that like my spirit will be there present, I want like this got like really dark, but I thought about this the other day. I want there to like randomly be a crow and people look at it and it's like that's that bitch.
yeah.
That's her. You would just know. You see this huge crow there, and I'm like, yeah, it's me.
It's me. I bet you thought you seen the last of me.
I'm back this
Surprise,
shit.
bitch.
Everyone looks over and like one person realizes they're like, what? And then the crow is just
I just seen the meme of Emma Roberts in American Horror Story. Surprise, bitch. What a gem. What a gem.
oh my god.
Di says, I've seen Mask of the Red Death. I agree with Celise. So far, the House of Usher is the one I enjoy the most. Never seen him as a platinum blonde.
The
Yeah.
platinum blonde.
It was, like, amazing.
Crazy.
He honestly looked great in it, though.
He rocked
He
everything.
really did.
I'm sorry. Like you can put that man. He has what I would call the modern day Pedro Pascal effect,
Truly.
where he can wear and do literally anything to himself, and it all somehow looks great every time.
Truly. What an icon. Larry says he was a babe magnet. He was. He certainly
Yes.
was. Good for him, you know. I've been to a funeral where doves were released. Oh, really?
I feel like I had heard that somewhere
Wait,
before. So
I
was
thought
like,
it was weddings only, or do they do it at both?
I guess.
I have seen it in weddings before.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I feel like I don't know if I would do that. Would I do that?
Have little doves. Doves of love.
I don't think I would do that. I feel like the birds would be so nervous.
I know. Yeah, that's a lot of pressure on the birds.
Yeah, like I don't know,
Or
like
babies. They're just kind of there, and it's also like, where do they get them from, and like, were they treated properly?
right. I always think of that.
These
I
are the
always think
things
of
that my
that. No,
brain
yeah, I always think of that. I'm like, it feels abusive.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh my God. I saw. I'm going off on a tangent now, but I saw this TikTok of a couple at a wedding, and they each had their little doves ready to let it go,
No.
and they did. And the one that the bride had flew away. And the one, this is kind of sad, but it was kind of funny at the same time, and I feel bad for laughing at it because then I felt bad for the bird. And like the man let his fall, it just fell. It didn't fly away. It just fell on the ground. And I was like,
What? Wait, it died?
I don't know. I think so. And I was like, oh my God, what did this man do to this bird?
What?
But like just the idea of like everyone's excited to see this beautiful moment, and this man somehow managed to either just be given a dead bird and be dumb enough to not realize it, or he accidentally killed the
Oh
bird
my god.
on his wedding.
That's wild. Oh my god, Gavin. I cannot repeat that, so I'm not gonna say that.
I can say that out loud, but
That's no, don't say that. Don't say that, friend. We love you. Invite lookalikes to the funeral?
that would be crazy. Can you imagine?
That would be crazy.
Or like I've seen people say like just like hire a random stranger, pay them like before. I guess this is like if you're more aware of like when it's gonna happen, or like if you're sick or whatever, and just have them show up to the wedding. I mean the wedding. Whoa, funeral. Have them show up to the funeral and just randomly stand in the background, just watching from a distance, and everyone else is questioning who the fuck is this person and how do they know each other, and they say nothing to no one and then just dip.
Wow, you really got it all planned out.
T.
See?
Oh, that wasn't for me. I've read people say that. Like I've seen someone talk about that on the internet. I'm not that smart.
That's crazy. Larry said release a rat for every year I lived. Yo, same though. I want that. You know what? Release rats at my funeral. Larry's onto the right thing here.
Legalize rats.
Legalize rats. That's That's a Twitter account I follow, and they just post rats all
It's
day.
such a good
It's such a
account. It's
wholesome
so
account.
good.
They just post rats all day. Um, yeah, I love it. Release a rat for every year I lived. Oh my god, I want that. All kinds of cute rats. I want like the cute, like white and gray ones. I want all different color rats.
Nice.
Let's go. Let's go. And you know what? Everybody gets to keep one or two of them. Actually, you have to keep two because rats get depressed and they need a friend.
And the
So
memory, everyone walks out of there with a free rat.
everyone gets a pet rat or two pet rats because they need a friend. So everyone gets two pet rats. I don't know how we started talking about our funerals.
It's Edgar Allan Poe. It was about to get dark in here.
So true. The raven hanging upside down over the catered food will be me. Oh, I love it.
Oh my god.
I love that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Doves to some Creed playing in the background. A beautiful moment. Oh my god. That would no
Creed.
stop. That's insane. My brother has said that Pop Goes the Weasel should play oh my god, super slow from inside the closed casket. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I apologize in advance, and we both fully acknowledge that we're both mentally ill
For
girlies.
sure.
So our brains go places, but my initial thought to add on to that is like set up a rig in the casket, and once it hits a certain point, the casket opens.
Wait, she just lost her voice.
I apologize for how dark.
Girl, what?
I just visualized it and it made it worse.
Look at my sleeves, guys.
I love the sleeves.
Aren't they iconic? Look at the
They're so
sleeves.
good.
Like, look at
Wait, you gotta do like a little.
how
little
you
like,
can't see because my camera's, but they're really cool.
just like little.
Oh my god. Hello, Nick Pushes Horror Channel. Hello, welcome. I want dirty infected sewer rats. Oh my god, Larry. All rats are
Just chase
welcome.
everyone. Listen, we don't discriminate.
We love
Love all the
rats. Clearly we're very creative and demented over here. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a blessing and a curse.
Hello. Alta Matrix. Sorry. Mid yawn. Spring loaded arm that pops you up. No.
That's kind of what I pictured. Like once it gets to a certain point where it's like, but like it'll slowly build up to the. And it's just like, and everyone is just freaked the fuck out. Like it starts off very low, and then the music gets louder. By the time it happens, it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll see.
Celeste here giving Victorian morning goth
Yes.
realness. Oh my god, thanks, Dice. Serve and slay. You know we only serve and slay here on this channel. Oh my god, hi Thunder Spikes. I know it's been so long. Yeah, I was kind of going through it there a little bit. So I need to take a break. But you know what? We're back. Right now, I don't know if we're gonna commit to doing this weekly, but we're gonna do it. We'll be around. I don't want to like say anything until it's set in stone. But we'll try to do them at least twice a month. I think that's pretty good until we can get a set schedule. Because life is a little crazy sometimes, a little kooky.
A little while.
Just a nice haunted mansion atmosphere, music and all. Yes. Spooky ooky. I'm serving spooky ooky realness. a goodie bag at the end with a mini Ouija board saying "Keep in touch." Oh my god,
That is iconic.
that's iconic.
That is like next level.
That's
This is this
incredible.
generation's funeral
That's
parties.
incredible. I feel like I need to write that down, but I don't want to steal your funeral idea. So, serve. um, Thanks, Thunder Spikes. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy these. I think the next one we're definitely gonna do the Latine lore.
Yes.
Yeah,
I've been
we've got
Oh, we got so
stories.
much for that.
Yeah,
Stories for days.
yeah, it's gonna be great. Okay, so let's talk about the poems. I guess we didn't talk about them, right? Did we
Yep.
talk about them? No.
Nice.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So, what poems have you read?
Um, that I can remember, definitely The Raven. Annabelle Lee, I went through a phase where I was like obsessed with Lee, and this is like so sad and like low-key kind of romantic.
Yeah,
It's like I just want to be loved this way, this deeply, and I'm like, you're gonna grow up to have a lot of issues.
for sure.
I think those are the two primary ones that I can remember. I'm really bad with the names, so I'm like skimming through this real
Yeah,
quick.
I'm looking through mine too. Actually, I think that the first half is the short story. Um, excuse me, where do the poems start?
Poems. Hello.
The poems might be at the end here. Wow, probably should have like bookmarked it. Oh, here we go. Of course, it starts with the Raven.
Yes.
Um, yeah, actually, so Annabelle Lee, I think Annabelle Lee might be my favorite, honestly.
Yeah.
But there's so many good ones. But Annabelle Lee actually, I don't know if we have any post emo scene kids here, but I used to listen to this band called Alisana years ago, and they made an album. Oh my god, bitch!
Oh my
They
god! You just awoken like deep
no
memories in my
that
brain.
album. I still listen to it to this day on Spotify. That album
Oh, they still slap. Are you
is
joking?
amazing. That album is their masterpiece. Actually, I have to look up the name of it. It was a really long title. Hold on.
Very of the time. All the really good emo
Hell
bands, if they did
yeah.
not have crazy long titles,
Oh,
it was not gonna slap.
it wasn't that long of a title. It was The Emptiness. Okay, this album.
The emptiness that they have like that one part that's like
Yeah.
the
This
cover.
album served and slayed over a
Is
hot
that the one that
stove.
also has that one song, The Thespian?
Yeah,
Is that
The
in that album?
Thespian.
It might-
So this album was amazing because first of all, the entire booklet was like these really cool drawings. And if I remember correctly, I don't know if it was somebody in the band or like their wife. Somebody like did all the drawings for it. And it was really cool, and clearly this album was heavily inspired by Edgar Allan Poe. There's a song called Annabelle. There's a lot of songs on here that were just like hinting to Edgar Allan Poe stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I wish
Amazing.
YouTube wasn't so butthurt about music because it's like we can just like jam out to Alisana and we can just
for
like
real.
throw it back
Oh
right
my
now.
god. I know all the words. Oh my god. I was just listening to them last week when I was like deep cleaning the house. I was like, yes.
Yes.
I was like, yes. Like, honestly, it was never a phase. It stays with you. I know all the words
It
still.
truly does. It truly does.
What a great album. And then after that, I think they kind of like stopped.
They started slowing down. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I could have sworn that I saw them post about a tour not too long
Oh,
ago.
cool. But they weren't like,
So
they weren't doing albums.
the last thing.
Unless
let me
I'm
see.
insane.
Let me open the good spoofy.
But like that album. I felt so seen because I was already an Edgar Allan Poe girly. And I was also already like deep in the scene girl phase. Um,
Yeah.
and like Alisana was like one of my favorite bands in my top five. And when they did that album, I was like absolutely gagged.
Oh
Gagged. I mean, like,
my God.
so good. And still so good. His voice is like so good.
It was so good.
Ugh.
It played off so well from like their tonality, like
For
music wise
real.
too.
Like, I just love when like singers, like, they sing from like their soul. Like, it sounds
Feel
like
that
they're gonna
shit.
die if they don't get all these words out. And
Yes.
like
Oh
the
my
lead singer of
God.
Alisana, like he did that. He did that.
That man felt
He
deeply,
did.
and we felt that.
Yeah. Ugh, I love that album.
I was just, I looked at their discography right now, and I'm like, oh my God, this is bringing back so many memories because the next album that they made after that was A Place Where the Sun is Silent, and I remember being obsessed with the album cover for that because the art looks so freaking
Wait, let
cool.
me see the cover because I don't
Let me see
remember
this one.
that.
I think that's the last full album that I listened to from them.
Oh, Thunderspikes, post emo kid. Welcome.
Welcome to the
Oh
club.
my god, Cody, hi. We're good. How are you? How are you doing? Annabelle Lee. Yeah, that's also my favorite poem. And speaking of Annabelle Lee and Alisana, real quick, the song Annabelle Lee, gagged.
So
One of the best songs on the album. Come on.
it was this.
Oh yeah, I do remember
That was
that.
like the last big release that I remember, but apparently after that, they released an album called Confessions in 2015,
Oh.
and there's another one in 2016 called the Annabelle Trilogy Part 3. So I'm like,
Wait, really?
Part 3 Confessions. We got to do a deep dive on Alessandra after
Okay,
this.
yeah, because I need to
We
like
got some
I'm gonna
catching
have
up
to
to do.
listen, like
Yes.
yeah, I love them. I'll forever love Alasana, damn. They hold a very special place in my heart. And I remember when I was at Warp Tour and I got to meet them and the lead singer, oh my god, I'm forgetting his name, but he was so nice to me. Like
Yeah.
I was young, so I was like freaking out because they were like one of my favorite bands. And I was like telling him how like the album was like a masterpiece and all. And
Oh my
I was just like
God.
going so in about how like the album meant so much to me. And he was so nice to me. Like he was really like, cause I was like I don't know. When you're a kid, you're so like
Right. Everything's like,
yeah. He like literally like held
that,
my hands like this, and he was just like, "Thank you so much." It was
that
so
is so
nice.
cute.
I was like, "Oh my god." Yeah, he was great. And then we took a picture, and obviously in the picture my hair is like we don't even
Cause
want to do
tonight
it
will be the night.
so bad. But yeah, he was really sweet. I'll never forget that experience. Um, but yeah. Um, don't revive my emo days. I've put that behind me despite my love for horror. Honestly, yeah. But sometimes I fall back
I
into it. I actually have a playlist. It's like a 7 hour playlist and it's called Teenage
Oh
Depression.
my God. It's a way better title. Mine's is just called, it's not a phase,
Oh,
Mom.
that's a good one though. Two very different titles, but classic.
They're both very relevant to
Yeah,
situations.
mine is Teenage Depression with like the dead rose emoji.
Oh my God.
I love it. It's 7 hours of
There's a
goodness.
playlist for everything. I mean, honestly, I can't even be mad at my emo days because, like, I look back at the pictures and I'm like, ooh. But well, I feel like technically I was always like inclined towards like more alternative music my whole life. But it solidified and it opened like the gateway to finding a lot of the other bands and a lot of the other like subcultures and
Right.
subgenres within the alt scene. So I'm grateful for that shit. I mean, I probably would have found it somehow anyways, but it made it a lot easier to.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I feel like for me, like it evolved. Because it's like, I deep delve, like, I'm all over the place. And people ask me, what kind of music do you listen to? I'm like, It depends on the day. Sometimes I wake up feeling like I'm an old white man in their 50s jamming to like Metallica and Iron Maiden because like I just like have a
The
soft
dad,
spot for like
the
80s
dad
metal.
rock. The
The dad
yeah,
rock and the dad metal. Like some days I feel like that. And then I have like my days where I'm like more into like more of the goth scene and more like dark wave kind of stuff and
yeah,
like it fluctuates.
yeah. Honestly, mine too. People are always like, "What kind of music you listen to?" And I'm like, because I feel like when I tell them like the variety of music, they're gonna think I'm wild.
It's like
I'm like, I'm like, oh, I listen to bimbo core, like Kim Petras, slut pop, like I listen to all this like crazy shit, um, like Britney Spears. I know that's not crazy, but I listen to all this like super girly music, and
yeah,
then
but little
like
did they
I
know.
also like mostly listen to reggaeton and Bad Bunny, so that's like completely opposite of that. And then I definitely have like my indie music I listen to, like Wallows and like
Right.
Hippocampus, even though they kind of fell off now. I don't think they're making good music anymore. T, but they had a couple
It'd be like
good
that.
albums, but now they're kind of like it's not serving. Um,
It's not.
it's not, but
Oh no.
yeah, I mean, I listen to a lot of different music.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also really love like the old like Italian music, you know?
Oh my God.
Like Louis Prima and stuff. Like I just listen to all kinds of music. Um uh wait.
My
My
God.
emo playlist is just called Emo Cringe Days. That's still good though. We go from Stevie Nicks to Beartooth real quick on my
Oh,
likes.
Beartooth has some bops. Oh
I
my
don't know
God, I haven't listened to
them.
them in a minute. They came out like a little later in the scene,
Oh, okay.
but they have some good songs though.
Ooh, sometimes I listen to classical music and sometimes I listen to folklore from Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. D, yes,
Oh
Kim
my God.
Petras. We love a bimbo queen. I'm glad we're all crazy and have a variety of music tastes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, the only Alasana album I listened to on the Rag was 2007's album On Frail Wing.
Oh
Oh
my
yeah, that one was a
God. That was
banger.
so good.
Yeah.
You know what's still like how I love I can't even remember how we got off to this tangent of music, but you know what still slaps? Bring Me to the Horizon has somehow managed to stay relevant from like 2004 till this day. I'm not doing the mental math. I'm trying really hard not to because it's gonna make me have an existential crisis. But like their music still is good and like they're not afraid to experiment
Wait, are
with
they
it.
still making
And it's like,
music?
hell yeah, they got some
Oh.
bangers. Girl, I gotta send you some of their new
Okay.
shit.
Yo, I used the crush I had on
On Ollie,
Ollie
oh my
Sykes was
God.
crazy.
I remember consistently watching the video for Chelsea Sman. I'm like, I want to
Oh
go to parties like
yeah.
that when I'm older.
Oh my god, I had such a crush on Ollie Sykes. I also met him multiple times. He was very nice. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, I thought he was like the like most beautiful man ever. Obviously now my taste has evolved, but you know when you're a kid and you're listening to so many bands, you're
right.
like fangirly. But damn, I didn't know they were still making music.
They are still, they just released a single actually, I think last week or like 2 weeks ago.
So is it they like evolved with the time so it's not the same?
They've evolved. It still has, they're kind of doing this thing now where they're like meshing a little bit more of like their old stuff, but like still modernizing
That's
it.
cool.
But it's definitely like changed. Oh, I have to see if I find a video. Someone did like a really good breakdown of like all their different eras
Nice.
and how their music has changed, like a very good summary of it. But it's all good. Like I know a lot of people aren't too big of like some of their newer stuff, like their more experimental stuff, but I think it makes sense with them as a band. And I feel like it's a big part of why they've stayed like relevant and it shows that like they really hold up. Like their music ages pretty well regardless.
Yeah.
oh my God, the whole album of I can't say the word. Let's call it Unalive Season.
Oh,
That
right,
album
right.
was like on repeat
No, I loved
most
that
of my high school
album.
experience.
Also, I remember when I went to go buy that album at Target and no. I had to buy it in front of my mom and she was like,
No, some stores had like the whatchamacallit. They would have it that part covered
"Yeah,
in the bottom because of the image.
yeah." That was crazy because like she was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, it's like
For a while
uh,
too, like I don't know why the cover like scared me. Like I don't know
yeah.
why. But I also
It was
love the
such a
album.
cover.
I
Yeah,
don't know. So weird.
it's a great album.
Um oh my god, you roasted him. Oh no, I didn't mean to. I was just trying to say that like
Yeah, I mean,
my taste has
yeah,
changed. I
it
also
does change as
I
you
don't
kind of.
really know what he currently looks like, so I'm not trying to say anything about him badly. I'm sure he still looks good. I mean,
He hasn't really changed too much. He's got a few more tattoos in his
yeah,
face
like
now.
he's always had like a really nice face structure. Is it the one with the girl holding this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? After this, I'm gonna have to listen to the new music then.
Yes.
That's amazing.
We both can. It's gonna be great.
Okay, so we spoke about our emo music days. Yeah, but I think Alisana might have been the only band I know that did an album heavily inspired by Poe. I don't
Yeah.
think I know any other ones. If there are, and you guys know in the chat, let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really cool. And I remember feeling so seen with that. I was kind of like, oh my god, other people are as obsessed with Edgar Allan Poe as
Right.
me. Like a band did a
They
whole album.
they know me.
Yeah,
They understand.
yeah. I can hear that album in my head. Um, but yeah, so we were talking about poems and then we got into
Poems.
the music
Yeah.
thing. So I think my favorite poem for sure is definitely Annabelle Lee. It's kind of always been. I thought it
Yeah.
would change over time, but honestly it hasn't. I also really like The Raven too. I mean, it's a classic, but there's something about Annabelle Lee that is so beautiful and it definitely like stands the test of time. Like
Yeah.
it's so I don't know. It's just like it'll always sound so romantic. Like I love it.
Yeah.
Worded so beautifully. He really had a way with words.
Stuff like it was super depressing, but it was also like beautifully depressing. Like it kind of made you think about mortality and like death in like a very different way.
Yeah.
Like he was very like upfront about it, but also like made it I almost want to say kind of like beautiful
Yeah, no, I
in like a
agree.
weird like poetic way, like
Yeah.
because I think the whole thing with Pit and the Pendulum, because I was reading into some of it, it was like, at the end, like he's kind of realizing it's like the um inevitability of death and just kind of coming to terms with it and accepting it in the given moment that you have. There's like no way of changing that. Like in the position that he's in at the end with like the pendulum swinging ahead of it, like he has to like realize like that's it
Right.
and find a way to be at peace with that.
Damn, that is dark.
It's really dark. Yeah.
That is dark, but wow, so interesting. Um okay, so your favorite is the Raven, right? So let's
I have deep connections with that.
okay. Do you think it still holds the test of time?
I definitely think so. I feel like it's been referenced a lot in media
For
also.
sure. It still is, yeah. Um so let's talk about the movie The Raven,
Ooh,
starring John Cusack as Edgar Allan Poe. This is a movie
like
that Melissa and I bonded over hardcore when we first became friends.
I remember being so excited when I found it on DVD. And like I think I went over to your house like literally the next day and I'm like, we're
Oh
watching
yeah.
this.
Oh my god. Um Oh my god, sorry. I just got very distracted. That's concerning.
What?
No, I just saw a little like gnat in my gecko's tank.
Oh no.
Should that should that be a thing?
Oh, I don't know a lot about lizards. I
Rocco.
don't know.
Hello? Oh my god. Maybe Rocco's sleeping. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. There's a gnat in the tank.
Oh, okay.
Is that bad?
I'll get it out later.
Okay. I think Rocco is sleeping. Okay, sorry. Um, I just like saw something like going like this in the tank, and I was like, "That's not
What
the
is that?
lizard."
It's definitely not the little baby Geki.
um, yeah. So back to the movie. um, yeah. So actually, I'm gonna look up real quick like how that movie did and such while we talk
Oh, I
about
don't
it.
think it did too well, which makes me sad. Well, because it's like I remember enjoying it a lot. I think we enjoyed it a lot than most people did when it
I
came out.
think so. Um, I don't think when you brought it over, that wasn't my first time I saw it.
Yeah, I think we had watched it
Yeah,
already.
because I remember that I went to go see that. I think I went to see it with my dad.
Yeah.
Um, and I feel like my dad liked it. But yeah, apparently I don't think it did very well. I'm looking it up right now. So it made 29.7 million at the box office.
Oh.
Okay. Um and it has a Rotten Tomato score of 22%.
Oh.
Yeah, that's so awful, right?
Yeah, that's pretty
That's pretty
bad. I
bad.
don't remember it being that bad. It's so weird.
I like remember really loving it. What was bad about it?
Yeah. Also, John Cusack.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, let's talk about that because I actually heard from some people saying that they didn't think that John Cusack was a good choice to play Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh.
But I feel like I'm a big fan of John Cusack. I feel like he did a great job. I also just think he's like
Yeah,
a great actor. I feel like he
he's
could
really
do
good. Yeah.
I feel like he could do anything.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. But I thought he did a good job. And like I thought he looked really good. Like with
Yeah.
the facial hair and such.
Yeah. Also, going into the movies, they love making him solve
Yeah,
crimes.
what's up with that?
They love making Edgar Allan Poe solve crimes in these movies
Yeah, I want to know what that's
or being
about.
somehow entangled. Like, I guess it makes sense because they're like, oh, this dude knows how to write some insane, sick shit. So he must know how to think like one, like a killer.
Yeah, because you know what? There's a new film that is also about Edgar Allan Poe or is starring somebody who's playing Edgar Allan Poe. And it's a Netflix film. It's called The Pale Blue Eye and it's starring
Yeah.
Christian Bale. Um so I haven't seen this one. If anyone here in the chat has seen it, please let us know if it's good
Yeah. Is it worth
cuz it
watching?
is like over 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it's like if it's not going to be good, do I want to see it? But this one is also they have Edgar Allan Poe helping a detective solve a crime. Like
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
why did he do that in real life? Cuz like I don't
what?
actually know,
Was
but
he? Is this tea on Edgar Allan Poe that we somehow did not know?
I know like I feel so confused. I mean, maybe we should watch it anyways.
Oh yeah, I'd be down to check it out.
The person playing Edgar Allan Poe in this is Harry Melling, and he is probably mostly known for The Queen's Gambit. From what I've seen, he's a good actor. I think he was also in that film The Devil All the Time with Bill Skarsgård and Sebastian Stan.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I watched that movie. That movie was pretty good.
Yep.
I can see why I'm looking at this actor right now. I can see why they casted him.
He kind of like strangely, if set up right, kind of looks like him. It's
He
really weird.
does. The eyes are very similar.
Yep.
So that's a good casting for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to see it, but I don't know. We love John Cusack. Have you seen 1408?
Oh god, yes.
Yeah. Love 1408. So yeah. I've seen The Raven so many times. I really liked it. But you know what?
Yeah.
I don't know if it stands the test of time. Because I haven't seen it in a bit. So I don't know like what about it is bad or if something aged badly or what.
Right.
Yeah, I don't remember, but it had a hell of a cast. I mean, it was John Cusack,
Yeah.
Luke Evans, Alice Eve, and Brendan Gleeson. Like,
Oh my god, yeah.
it had some really good people. But yeah, I can't believe it's got a 22.
That's a lot lower than I would have expected.
Real.
I wasn't expecting like crazy high, but that was a little rough.
Yeah, so the tomato meter is 22, and then the audience score is 46%. So it just like did bad all around.
Mm,
So interesting.
that's so sad.
I know. Well, I'm trying to read some of
Mhm.
these reviews. One person says the problem is that The Raven is all surface. The movie is nothing but its fun idea without much development or
Ooh.
I can't read. Bimbo babe. I don't know what that says. Yeah. It's looking like nobody liked it really.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The whole thing has the feel of a second-rate living history exhibit. Yo, they went in with that insult.
Not this second-rate
Oh
exhibit.
my god.
That is so bad.
Too ludicrous and irrelevant to be offensive. I feel like I need to rewatch this film.
Yeah.
A gimmicky bit of I can't say that word either. I'm stupid. John Cusack as Edgar Allan Poe is immensely watchable, but the story is downgraded to a bog standard thriller. Okay. I can't remember if like the twist was good. There was a twist, right?
Yeah. I think so.
We need to rewatch it.
We're down. Yeah.
Sorry, we went kind of like in on that one. Cody says the pale blue eye was really good. The story sounds really weird, but give it a shot when you can because it's really good. Okay. It definitely has more a better rating than The Raven.
Yeah.
The tomato score is 63 and the audience is 69%. So that's already like
Okay.
leagues ahead.
It's an improvement.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll watch that one. So, I'm trying to think, were there any other adaptations?
No. I think those are all the adaptations. That and I think we touched on a lot of the Vincent Price adaptations or like inspired by ones. But there are a lot of like references throughout other movies and other media as well.
Oh, do you want to talk about some of those?
Yeah, we can deep dive into
Okay,
those.
cool. Do you have a list?
I have two off the top of my head that I remember.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's probably more.
Okay.
Also, if anyone in the chat also knows like any other ones, they're like, oh yeah, they reference this or has like anything similar, feel free to bring it up as well. Um, I remember the show. We used to watch it at the same time. We used to be like obsessed. The show was our personality for a minute. The following, I believe it was on Fox with Kevin Bacon. Um, season one, I know, well, it remains the same lead serial killer throughout the entire series, but the serial killer in the series, because it's like your standard detective cat and mouse kind of thing.
Right.
Like they play very well off of each other. Of course, he happened to be an English teacher, part-time serial killer, part-time English college teacher. And Poe was, I guess, like one of his like favorites or so because I remember some of the crime scenes containing written in blood for like, spooky effects. Literal quotes from The
I
Raven
remember that.
and like Edgar Allan Poe stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually don't remember a lot of that show, but I do remember
Yeah.
the Edgar Allan Poe stuff. That show was
They
really
kind of like
good. Didn't it get
it
canceled?
was. I think yeah, I think I got the axe after like 3 seasons.
Yeah, that was a
Um
bummer.
they kind of strayed away from like the whole Edgar Allan Poe thing a little bit, if I remember correctly, and it kind of became more of like a
Yeah, I
culty
did.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, The Crow.
Oh yeah.
The Crow does make reference to the Raven, which I see what they did there. When Eric Draven comes back and he walks into the shop and he confronts the man, like he's literally like reciting the poem as he walks in, like the one and only badass that he is. And it's just great. I feel like that's another reason why it like resonates so well with me because if you know me, you know that The Crow is my baby.
Yeah.
And that's probably like one of my all-time favorite movies like ever made.
Yeah, I love that.
So it's like the two that I can think of right now.
Those are good. I honestly can't think of any. I can't think of
Let's see,
any.
actually, I wonder.
Murders in the Rue Morgue was a great Edgar Allan Poe adaptation. Let me
Oh,
look that up to see if I've seen that. Oh, there's a few. 1932 and then 1971.
oh,
Whoa. Whoa, this one from 1971, that poster is crazy. 1932. Let's see the poster for this. Oh, this is Bela Lugosi?
oh, shit.
Okay, I'm down for that one actually since it has Bella. Yeah, I've never seen this one. I'll check it out. The one from the 70s does not look good, I fear. I can't remember if I've read this one, The Murders in the Rue Morgue. I don't think I read it, but I think they talk about it in the movie The Raven. And that's why I know what the story is. But I don't think I've read this story. There was a Raven segment in one of the Treehouse of Horror episodes. Oh, yeah! I heard about that. Yeah. I don't think I've seen it, though.
Oh my God, how did I forget?
What?
I'm looking through a list now. Duh! In The Lost Boys, Corey Feldman's character, I think his name is Edgar, and his brother in the movie Allan, Edgar and Allan, was also supposed to be a
Aww.
reference to Paul.
That's so
And they're the
cute.
ones that, they're like the super knowledgeable kids that know everything about the vampires, and they're gonna do the whole thing.
Oh, love that.
How did oh my God,
That's so cute.
they're gonna take away my Lost Boys card now. Stop!
You know what? Maybe the one from the 70s is good because some of the stills look really nice. Just the
Yeah.
poster. The first poster I saw looked really bad, but all the other posters look pretty good. Cool. Maybe I'll check out both of these. Thank you, Cody. Um, yeah. So, did Edgar Allan Poe actually have a pet raccoon? Because he does in the film. Was that like
Oh my
true?
god. Wait, was that canon? Is that real life
Let's
canon?
see. Did he have a pet? The raccoon was so cute. Damn. It says there's
Is it a
no
lie?
evidence that Edgar Allan Poe ever had a pet
Aww.
raccoon. This idea largely comes from the film The Raven.
Damn. Oh, but supposedly he had a
Of
cat.
course he did. Oh, his cat's name was Katerina. That's the cutest shit I ever heard.
It's insane how this man is always described. Can you imagine how crazy it would be if everyone just like, as time went on, they just assumed that he was constantly depressed and tormented, and then plot twist, he was probably the happiest guy in his whole town. Because I feel like everyone's just like, oh, he was dark and gloomy. Like even on here, when I searched up if he has a pet, it's like the tormented American poet and
Oh
writer.
my
I'm like,
god. Oh my god, the
I don't know.
cat was Siamese cat. That's so cute.
It's so
I
cute.
kind of want to get a cat and name it Katerina now. What a great name.
Katerina.
Katerina.
It's so
That's
cute.
adorable. Um actually, wait. I have more to say about Edgar Allan Poe.
Ooh,
Um
yeah.
hold on. I just want to like find it really quickly before I talk about it. No. That's not it. What the fuck? Sorry. um is this it? Yes. Okay. I actually went here. So there's an apartment in Greenwich Village, and Edgar
Oh my
Allan Poe used
gosh,
to live there,
yes.
and I went there.
Yes, they've preserved it. I have
Yeah,
like this
have you
cute
been?
little. I've never been there, but I've seen pictures of it.
Yes, I went there, and I did take pictures there. Um, it says that he lived there from 1844 to the early months of 1846 before he moved to a cottage in the Bronx. Interesting.
Cottage. I'm sorry, but
Cottage
there's
in the
something really hilarious.
Bronx? Yeah, I know. That
There's
sounds like a
something
joke for some
hilarious.
reason.
There's something hilarious of picturing Edgar Allan Poe in the modern day Bronx in a cottage.
Modern
That
day?
is insane.
No, that's crazy. I can't even picture him in the Bronx in general. Like, what? Wow, I didn't even know he lived in the Bronx. That's interesting. It actually shows you where he lived.
Oh
Grand
my gosh,
Grand
wait, is it still like
Concourse.
Grand
Yeah.
Concourse?
You could look up Edgar Allan Poe Cottage.
Oh my god.
That's wild. Yeah,
What?
I didn't even know about that.
Hey, Edgar from the
That's pretty cool
Bronx.
though. But yeah, I've passed by where he used to live multiple times. Some people say that it's haunted. They
Stop
do say
it.
that. Like, it pops up on, like, haunted places in New York City. But I don't know how true that is because I've never heard anyone, like,
Like, yeah,
say
I saw the ghost of Edgar
anything.
Allan Poe. Yeah.
Um,
I feel like that would be a very talked about spirit if anyone encountered him.
yeah.
I would have plenty of questions. I'll be like, were you actually as depressed as everyone tries to make it out to be? Because he did honestly have a very depressing life, in all honesty.
Yeah. I don't really remember everything, but I did read about it at one point. Um, but yeah. Um, Wilds. Wild. All his pictures, he looks absolutely miserable. I'm just like looking through, and he just looks so like like a tortured soul.
Literally any picture that exists of me in high school.
Honestly, probably same.
My mom has all these pictures framed from that era because there's not a lot of pictures that do exist from me of that time.
Right. Oh.
Um, the very few that do,
Mm.
I just look like I just either want to murder people or I'm just like ready to just go on an adventure to other planes.
I feel like I look like that in all my pictures
Yeah.
too. Like I just look miserable.
Instant depression.
For sure. Uh um
I feel like is this how the internet deeply finds out just how depressed?
yeah. Maniac from Maniac from 1934 is loosely based on the Black Cat and the murders
Oh
at
shoot.
the Rue Morgue. Oh, cool. Oh, wait. Yes. Actually, Cody, good thing you brought that up. I forgot all about that. But yes, this is a Jalo. Your vice is a locked room and only I have the key. That's a Jalo with Edwidge. I don't I
Queen.
don't really love that Jalo cuz it's kind of weird. Like weird. Uh
Yeah.
but yes, it is based off of the black cat story. Yeah. There's actually that scene
Cool.
where she's holding the black cat. I had that as my wallpaper on my
Oh my
phone.
God, I remember that one. I remember the picture.
Yeah.
That was such a good wallpaper.
She's top billed for that movie, but she doesn't come in until like 30 to like 40 minutes into the movie.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said we got Edwidge in here. That's all they need to
Yeah.
know. That is all they need to know.
Like I remember watching it and I was like, where the fuck is Edwidge? But yeah, so I don't know. I don't think I have much else
Yeah.
to say.
Oh, I did find some stuff from college because I hoard everything that I've ever created in my life.
Okay.
Um, and I forgot that I did like this little series. I forgot what class it was, but we had to like make collages and shit.
I have it.
I just found the original of where that print came from.
Oh
And it was like this
my
little like collage
god.
thing that I
I
did.
still have that. Melissa like made one for me and I have it.
I made prints of it for my college portfolio show. Like I clean it up and make it look cooler. But yeah, I forgot that I did like a whole little series of these.
Right.
And I was just like gluing shit together and I thought it looked cool. Like I found this for anyone.
Oh yeah, that one is cool. Yeah, these are so
And
cute.
this one. I had like this little Michael Myers one. I'm like, oh, I'm so freaking cool and edgy and like
These
artsy,
are
you
cool though.
guys.
You should
Like,
hang those up though.
I really want to. And then there's this one. I think I like try to like hand draw like ribs on shit on it. I just thought they looked cool with the
Love
textures.
it.
This was more like just messing around with random stuff. Like we didn't really bring materials. Like she would kind of just give us stuff and we had to make do with what we had.
Right.
And then we were like allowed to like print limited stuff, but the most of it had to be with whatever we were given. So,
Nice. I love that.
but I kind of want to start doing that again.
What?
Who knows? I kind of want to start doing that again and maybe mixing it out now that I paint more and I feel more confident in my painting skills than printing out pictures.
You should. Yeah, actually, you know what? Everybody in the chat, let us know if there's any like Edgar Allan Poe stuff we should watch or read or
Yeah.
anything like that because we're big fans.
Any other suggestions? I saw, I think it was Thunderspike earlier, kept mentioning the poem Alone.
Oh,
So I'm definitely going to check that one out. I don't believe I've read that one.
I
but
have that one. It's in
the title
it's
alone.
in here.
The title alone is intriguing me. I'm like, oh, this one's going to make me feel shit, and I'm
Oh
ready.
yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. I definitely need to read more of his like
Right.
stories for sure.
Yeah. I've been like slowly getting back into reading. Like I've been going through like a mini Junji Ito phase, but it's like once I'm caught up with those, I'm gonna hop back into this.
Oh my god, I love that. Oh my god, which ones are you reading? Sorry, my eye is itching.
I right now, I think I finished Liminal Zone. I think the next one that I'm reading is Black Paradox,
Okay.
which sounds crazy. But Liminal Zone had like a lot of really good stories in there with like deeper messages. Like I feel like there's always more than just surface level with his writing, and it's fucking great. Like he's another that gets dark. That gets dark real quick.
Oh my god. Um, yeah, that's cool. We definitely have to do an episode where we talk about Junji Ito too. I do need to read
Yes.
more of his stuff though before we do that for
Yeah.
sure. Um, but yeah, love that. Love that.
It's a little wrapper on. It's crazy how much how like strangely it's always kind of like been lurking there. Anything Edgar Allan Poe,
Yeah.
and it's like talking about it a lot more. I'm like, wow, I realized a lot more. Like it's been there everywhere, like in the music, in the shows,
Yeah.
in the books.
It's crazy. Like he's kind of just like always been a part of our life somehow. I actually in my dining room I have a little like skull head thing and then there's a raven sitting on
Yes,
top of it and I got it just because I
I'm
was
obsessed with
like
that piece. Yeah, it's giving.
it
Oh,
is and that's where I keep all my Edgar Allan Poe books because it just like looks so cute.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, what an icon. He really had some of like the best stories that are still really scary, dude. Like I feel
Yeah,
like Telltale Heart, like even though it's like a basic one, that shit is
yeah.
scary. When I first read that, I was
That
gagged. I was like, oh,
I'm like, what do you
no.
mean he still
Yeah,
hears the
I was like, oh my god. He's under the
what?
floorboard? Like
I don't know why that made me think. My brain just like connects shit. Really, it made me think of it's in the
oh my
water.
god.
It's in the
It's in
floorboards.
the water. Oh, hey, Gory Bits, what's up?
So good. Hey.
A Dream Within a Dream is a great poem for Poe. Read it recently and loved it. It's the poem that I got
Oh
my
yes.
husband into Poe with. Aw.
Oh, that's so
That's a really
sweet. I
good
love that.
one. I actually forgot to mention that
Yeah.
one. I love that one too. That's a good one. Um, I would say we should read one, but like, I'm afraid that I'm gonna be a bad reader. Like, you know when
We can
like
be
do
good
you know when
readers.
like they used to like call on you in class to like read a section?
Oh my God. I used to hate
Yo, I
that
used to get
so
so
much. I
pissed.
genuinely used to
I used to
like.
freak the
We
fuck
used to
out.
read like a lot of plays in high school, and they knew this. I'm thinking about the same teacher. They knew how awkward and uncomfortable I was with reading, and we were reading. Um, I can't remember the name of it, but it was about Helen Keller, and they would have like pick someone to be like each character as like we read through the book. And at one point, he wanted me to just read that one. It was literally one line, and it was just Helen Keller saying "Wawa," and I did not because they were like teaching her how to like speak or
Oh,
like
oh,
it was like one that kind of scene,
oh.
and I didn't want to do it, and they were so like upset, and I can tell that I had let them down, and I felt so bad, and they looked at me dead in the eye, and they said the line for me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I was a terribly shy, socially
Oh
anxious student.
no.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, if it was nowadays, I'm much more comfortable reading it. What if we pick a random one? Oh, I don't know.
How let's see. I'm not confident in my reading out loud to the class abilities.
Just like a little short
Oh,
one.
Lenore was a good one. Lenore was a good one. That's a really short one as well. You know what? The Raven is super long.
It is. Yeah, I'm trying to see like a short one. I'm like, that would be such a great read. But I'm like, whoa. Did.
Lenore is super short. A Dream Within a Dream is really short. Let's see. I don't know. Which one is speaking? Which one is speaking to us?
We should do that. Pick one, skim through it, and then pick one that speaks to you. And then
Damn. I don't know. Which one speaks to you? This is just us trying to figure out what we're gonna do. Everyone's like falling asleep right now.
like, what is happening? They get it together, girlies. Listen, you're here for the ride as we figure it out.
Yeah. I don't know. Wait, what's that one? For Annie? I've never read this one.
The sound of the flipping pages is so satisfying. Like, am I crazy?
No.
We're here like, yes.
It is. It's so
Flip the
ASMR
pages.
for real. The Haunted Palace. I've never read that one either. Wait, where did Lenore go? Excuse me. Hello? Yo, not gonna lie, Lenore has some, like, big words for Elmo. I fear I cannot read that.
There was one in here that was like, oh, but then there's a word that I'm like, I don't know how to say that either.
same. I'm like, wait, do I need the fucking thesaurus right now? Like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do well reading to the class. I think that was a bad idea. I think I'm good. I'm gonna take it back. Unless, Melissa, you want to read, like, a short one.
Just kidding. I don't want to read.
Do you want to read?
I'm good with reading.
Oh my god, I love
What do y'all
it. Melissa,
say?
you read.
Should I read? Should I read? Should my nasally self
Melissa
read?
should read.
Read the room.
This is like the rare occurrence where I'm the one who's scared to read and Melissa's down.
Listen, this is a very rare opportunity.
This is
a very rare thing because I'll usually be like,
the tables have turned right now. Yeah, I'm not gonna do good reading, I fear. But maybe Melissa can close us out with reading a nice one, whichever one you're comfy with. Silence and The City and the Sea are also amazing poems. I'm a huge Poe reader.
Oh, I saw that one.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's cool. I haven't read that one either. All right. Do you have one? Oh, what's speaking?
I'm torn.
Okay.
I am torn.
With?
Annabelle is not too long, so that's one. But there's also one called. Oh my God, where'd it go?
Can
Where did
never
I
go
put
wrong with
it?
Annabelle Lee.
True. I feel like that one's lighter. And then there's one. Of course, this speaks to me. The Valley of Unrest.
Oh, I've never heard that one, actually. That one's short?
Yeah. Oh, this one's like way shorter.
Okay. Wait, maybe we want to hear that one. I never read it. Have you?
I'm not.
Oh my god! Okay, first time reading this one, all of us
Firsties.
together.
I'm kind of upset that my book kind of sucks and it does not have Alone because that's the one that I was looking for, but I cannot
Oh
find it.
shit.
Sorry. Because I was like, that one is.
You know what? I don't have Alone in my tiny Edgar Allan Poe book. I'm gonna see if I have it in my big one.
Ooh, what am I doing? I literally have technology in front of me.
That too.
This is what it's come from.
You could find it in there. I just love this book. It's so cute. Do I have Alone in here? The Raven.
Oh, this was fairly short.
Which one?
Alone.
Okay.
Oh, this is deep. This is deep.
Okay.
Maybe since they're both super short, we can do both. This was. I'm gonna start with this one since it's a little bit
Yes,
shorter, and then
sir.
we're gonna end in something lighter. Mother is about to mother right now.
She is mothering.
Mother is mothering.
She is mothering.
One of my friends, I walked into work on Mother's Day because, of course, I work every holiday, and they were like, "Happy Mother's Day," and I was extremely confused. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, do they mean, how some people say because, when you have pets, people are like, "Oh, you're a pet
Right.
mom. It counts." And I'm like, "Oh my God, thank you." And I was very confused. I'm like, "Thank you, but I'm not a parent." And they were like, "No, it's because it's giving mother." And I was like, that made my day. I walked in dreading work, and that just made my day. I'm like, this is amazing.
It's
Thank
giving
you.
mother. I love that.
I
love that. That's amazing.
If you come across this in any way, just know that I love you. You know who you are.
It's giving.
You're an icon.
It's giving mother. That's iconic.
I know.
Okay, are we doing it? Are you doing alone?
Are we aloning right
She's
now?
mothering. She's doing it.
Wait,
I don't have alone in this book either. What the heck?
I guess it was maybe one of the more. Okay. I do warn in advance. This one does already have a very dark tone from the get-go.
I mean, it's Edgar Allan
To anyone
Poe,
out
so
there.
it's like this is what y'all signed up for.
This one might be felt a little more.
Truly.
From childhood's hour, I have not been as others were. I have not seen as others saw. I could not bring my passions from a common spring. From the same source I have not taken. My sorrow I could not awaken. My heart to joy at the same tone. And all I loved alone. Then, in my childhood, in the dawn of a most stormy life, was drawn from every depth of good and ill, the mystery which binds me still. From the torrent or the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, from the sun round me rolled in its autumn tints of gold. Oh, bars, sorry.
But this motherfucker's
From the lightning in the
spitting.
sky, as it passed me flying by, from the thunder and the storm, and the cloud that took the form, when the rest of heaven was blue, of a demon in my view. This motherfucker spitting. I love that.
Spit.
love
No, that
that.
one's really good.
Thank you. Listen, I don't know if you are still here.
Thunder Spikes.
But Thunder Spikes, this is fucking great, and I'm obsessed with this
Yeah,
right now.
it's really good.
Thank you. Honestly, like, this,
It hits.
that hit.
Actually, that one's really good. It definitely hit for me right
that
now,
hit,
too.
it's
Yeah.
really good. Holy
Yeah, I'm surprised
shit.
we've
Okay.
never heard that one before.
I like that one
That
a
one's
lot.
good.
So, good more?
Yes.
Do you guys want to get a little more dark here, a little kinkier, or do we want to
A
end
little
up with, like,
spooky ookie.
a little spooky ookies?
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Oh. My voice had to, like, I had to, like, try to take my voice there.
Get in the zone.
Autos. Once it smiled, a silent oh, this is Valley of the Unrest. Sorry.
Oh, by the way, we're reading this wrong.
By the way, this is what I'm reading in case anyone's
This is-
confused. This book is really hard to hold up, and
This
I hate
is
myself right
the
now.
Valley of Unrest.
Everybody, this is the Valley of Unrest. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me stop stalling. Once it smiled, a silent dell where the people did not dwell. They had gone unto the wars, trusting to the mild-eyed stars, nightly from their azure towers to keep watch from above the flowers, in the midst of which all day the red sunlight lazily lay. Now each visitor shall confess the sad valley's restlessness. Nothing there is motionless, nothing save the airs that brood over the magic solitude. Ah, by no wind are stirred those trees that palpitate like the chill seas. Around the misty, oh, that's a big word for Elmo. That's a big word for Elmo. Hebrides. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's pronounced Hebrides because see.
Yeah.
Hebrides. Ah. Oh, by no wind those clouds are driven that rustle through the unquiet heaven, uneasily from morn till even, till yeah, it is even. I did so well. I
You're
did so
doing
well the
great.
first
It's
one.
fine.
Over the violets there that lie, in myriad types of the human eye. Over the lilies that were, over the lilies there that wave, and weep above a nameless grave. They wave. From out of their fragrant tops, eternal dews come down in drops. They weep. From off their delicate stems, perennial tears descend into gems.
Into gems. Okay.
Perennial tears descend into gems. I like that. That's a nice way
Nice.
to add. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Edgar Allan Poe reading hour.
Oh my god.
There was a few stumbles. I have not actually had to read out loud in a very long time, so that is my excuse.
Wait. Sorry. Edgar Allan Poe buried alive? Discover the real story of the notorious author starring Dennis O'Hare as Edgar Allan Poe. This new
Dennis O'Hare.
This new documentary explores the misrepresentations of Poe and reveals how he tapped into what it means to be human in a modern and sometimes frightening world. Narrated by Kathleen Turner.
Dennis O'Hare. I'm still stuck on Dennis O'Hare, the Vampire King of Mississippi. Dennis O'Hare.
Yes, no, look it up because there's a picture of Dennis O'Hare as Edgar Allan Poe. First of all, wait,
God.
why is it narrated by Kathleen Turner? Like Serial Mom? Serial Mom?
Serial Mom Kathleen Turner.
Oh,
That is
we need to
fun.
watch this shit. Like, what? Oh, it's just like an episode? I think. Yeah.
No, not Russell. What that one?
Oh my god, Book Corner with Lisa Melissa.
Oh my god, wait, he looks so good as Edgar Allan Poe.
I know, he really is slaying.
How we learn new things. We learn new things. This is what truly happened. I like to think that this is canon, and this is what the Vampire
Honestly,
King is doing
he
now.
is mothering in this bit.
Mother is mothering.
Okay, so we did it. Yay.
We actually came through.
We did it. We finally came through.
It's been a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a few months here, but we're back. This was fun to talk about Edgar Allan Poe. The next one, we're definitely going to try to do Latina lore.
Yes, that was going to be a very packed.
That one's going to be packed.
There's a lot of details there.
Yeah. That one's probably going to be a long one. Maybe we'll do that one on a weekend.
Yeah.
So we can, like, have a little spooky
Just really
drink
just
and all that.
Chill out.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to need drinks.
Yeah, because I got
tell you.
stories too. I'm definitely going to need
The
a
family lores alone. Because I feel like every Hispanic family has some kind of crazy stories.
Yeah.
Especially from the Caribbean islands.
Yes.
It gets a little strange.
It definitely does. Yes, we did it, Joe. We did it. We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe.
I can't. That's...
We filmed the podcast episode.
Okay, so thanks to everybody who came through. Thanks to Melissa for reading us some of Edgar Allan Poe's works. Yes. You're a brave soldier. Thank you for doing that for me. Yeah, this was lots of fun. Thanks to everybody who came through and hung out with us. We will see you very soon. I don't know when, but we will see you soon. Make sure you are subscribed and you have the notifications on all and not personalized, or else you won't know when I go live and you won't know when I post to my community tab. And usually I post on my community tab when we are going to be doing episodes like this. So make sure you're subscribed and all that good stuff. And that is it. We will see you in the next one. Bye.